Alright guys, Coach JPK back with you here. Managed to make 2 beds before the next round started. Here is our hand. It's a little early, so I like it. We're not going to mulligan it. The Seraph of the Dawn, I think that last game really just, and the Pilgrim, those 2 cards alone just make white so good because you can hit them fairly consistently. Seraph, of course, being a common, which is ridiculous. And Pilgrim, I think it's an uncommon, so you can score 1 or 2 of those. Just the life gain takes away from things that you would otherwise be doing in like an aggro deck or whatever to bring somebody down quickly. Just a little bit of life gain, and they start landing fatties, and it's just over. So, yeah, but people might ask, Coach, why are you making beds? Well, because this coach is a house husband in the summertime, and making beds is what gets me time to play Magic online without harassment or harassment, or, well, not without, but with less harassment, say that. So our opponent plays out 2 Forsts, taps 2 and plays a Gen A. No, he plays a Peddler. Okay, he's peddling. We will go ahead and play out our Wolf, see if we can swing for a couple, unless he's got a 3-drop, which he, playing green, hopefully he does. Guardian will come in handy against the Death Touch. We are going to take 1 here, I'm fairly certain. Ugh, that's not fine at all. Now, Deathwind does allow us to play tricks with that. And we would love... You gonna soul bond here, pal? No. Not even attacking in. He doesn't want to trade. Wow, that is interesting. Okay. We will go ahead and swing. Cannot block this. Might be willing to race him a little bit here. If he's got some bounce, that's no good. He's just playing green-blue just like us. It's the battle of the green-blue decks. Gonna play out something that can still hit him. Okay, we do have a trick or 2 to deal with the champion. But that card getting it out so early, we're not. It's not good. We need something with a little punch. Okay, so he's going to probably power up the champ just fine. It does get beyond range for us at some point with the Deathwind. And at that point we have to kill it with combat tricks, which is not terribly easy. It will just weenie us down. A Windcrafter. Okay. Boy, he's spilling it all out here, isn't he? Okay. Okay. Yeah, the deck just doesn't have a lot of removal. It's going to strike us clearly for 4 here. 5. Okay. Yeah, I really love that top deck. Let's go ahead and Blessing of Nature. Gonna put it... let's see here. Arguable. How do we want to place this? Put it all on the Wolf. Be able to block his Lambholt. Spare us a turn. We could try to race him down, but we're going to take some... I would much rather... Gonna put 3 on the Wolf. 1 here. I don't know. I don't really want to block with either of these creatures. Wish we could have had our Haunted Guardian out, which is our only play now. Going to be taking 4, 5, 6, 7 next turn. Should bring us to 8. He can block with his Windcrafter if he'd like. He's going to take 8 now and go to 10. So we're racing fairly effectively at this moment. Okay, you know, I'll play this out. It's not. Let's see, a joint assault would bring him to 4. Okay, maybe. We don't have one, but I'm just thinking as he would think, you understand? I think, you know, this is going to do some tremendous damage every turn, unless he bounces it, which he could. I mean, if he's got a peel or something, he could just bounce it right out. So we're racing fairly effectively here. This is obviously flying now, and he could play another creature and buff it, and then not attack with it. Oh, okay. He's going to get himself some creatures. Play out a land, maybe? Maybe he's got a weenie drop. He won't do what we did and discard our stupid card, which didn't matter anyway because we drew it, but we shall see what happens. Bootius. I like the name. Bootius. Bootius. Is he gonna attack in? We're racing pretty effectively. Can't. Okay. That leaves open the possibility of a joint assault. He does have some soul bonds going on here, so maybe. No, he's coming in. Okay. We might just want to try to kill. Oh, wow. Oh, cancel. Okay. Looks like we're both going to amass. I'm going to throw down with the wolf here. Should have probably attacked with the stupid Drake also. That was a mistake on my part. Gonna amass for a land. Yeah, let's let him think. We've got. Let's see what we want to get rid of here. This gives us the same effect without the card draw. Ice Trappers gives us enough to hold down, but it's not going to be very helpful. I'm going to discard the Forced and play the Swamp. Fake as though we've got Human Frailty, and then cancel and pass turn. Okay? If he's got enough to kill us here, he just does. If he's got bounce, we're just dead, so. Youch. Okay. 5, 6, 7, 8. Got 8. He's going to bring us to 3, but that's it. So we're going to win on the back of the wolf. If we could, no, we can't because we can't attack him because of this. Darn, it sucks. If he attacks in, we just take here. Pass his turn. Let's see what we draw. That ain't helpful. We can play out our Vanguard. We just die next turn. So also die the turn after. I think we just die. Let's go ahead and swing in with our guys. Excuse me. He casts in here. He pumps it to 4. We have no creatures on the board. Let's go ahead and I don't really think we've got any other opportunity. Wolf. Swing in. He's got a block, at least the wolf. He doesn't have to block with their Wingcrafter. I'm hoping he does, because it yeah. Okay. Alright, and then we're just going to Devastation Tide and let him build his army of Weens, and hopefully be able to top deck Deathwind or something which will allow us to get out of that problem situation. So he can cast, if he's got another land, he can build his Lambhold to 4 here. Let's see what he does. Let's see what zipline of attack is. Bars that. And then the Timberland Guide. Timberland? Timberland? I don't know. So he swings next turn for 4-ish, 5-ish, 6-ish. I don't know. He might have this right here. We really need to draw a card that gets us out of that. He is putting all of his worms in the same bucket. That doesn't help at all because we cannot block here. Let's go ahead and play out the Vanguard. Draw a card. Okay. Oh, so nice. So we can lower this. And there's no point playing out the Guardian anyway, because he can just swing in and we can't attack with it. So let's see what we got here. I mean, I'm sure he's got a couple of creatures. Maybe we could surprise him. Yeah. Okay. We can Deathwind the bejesus out of that thing. So gross. Okay. So he just kills us here if we don't Deathwind immediately. Which sucks because we could have killed his Lambhold. think I do want to go ahead and get rid of the... He's going to strike us for 5 anyway and still have a bunch of freaking dudes on the field. Yeah, he just played it out right. We'll death wind for 1 and save ourselves a turn and take 5. That's tough. He's got a nice deck. Really nice. And that's going to be it. I don't really think there's anything we can do. We don't have a human frailty. Yeah, this doesn't help. Okay, well, we're going to scoop as we have our last 3 games now and sub in some dudes. I do like the first strike here. Love the Devastation Tide. Also like this against him. Okay. Let's see what needs to go. Jeez, there's just so... I think again the Geist might have to go out. Skies. Fan there. I'm also a big fan of this Peel against his Lambholt. That's what we're going to roll in with. Okay. Yeah, not mulliganing here. Deathwind, we know where that's going when and if he plays his champ. I've probably called it an Elder about 40 times by now, if so I apologize. Ooh. Swing. We did get a good look at his deck. He does have some nice bounce. Next turn, looking at playing Latch Seeker. Trident. Okay. Oh, yes, indeed. Okay. So here, does not do us any good to pair. Nope. So we'll still swing in for 1. And hopefully we can get him to waste a turn by equipping the champ with the trident. That would be glorious. Almost willing to just hold what we've got until he starts to develop a threat. And we can Devastation Tide and get in for 3 before we do it on the turn because of the Latch Seeker. I am going to go ahead and play out. Someone's texting me in the background. Sorry about that if you can hear it. So we'll go ahead and pair here and swing in for 4. And this game looks great. Now I don't know what he's got. What can you flash in other than the Avenger here? Because he could Fleeting Distraction and try to get a land or something. I don't know. Yeah. Next turn, swing for a bunch in the air. Okay. Yeah, there he is. Hey, bud. Taking 3. So he obviously doesn't have the champion in his hand. He's going to probably bounce us here with the Raven, which is cool. It's not cool, but, you know. And I hate playing Devastation Tide after that Raven hits because it just allows him to just tempo us down. Timberland Guide. Okay, he doesn't have the Raven. I'm a fan of that. And we will race him in the air. He might have a Peel or something. He's going to leave up the regen on that, which is fine. I don't feel that I want to Deathwind it. It's going to beat our face a little bit. We're not blocking that with our Flying Swine. You know, you've heard the expression, when pigs fly, right on? Well, there you go. So if someone has told you I'll do that when pigs fly, you see that there. Okay, and here, we'll play out the swamp. We're playing our Griffin. Got a lot in the air. I think we just get it done here, even with bounce. Yeah, I don't know. It's close with bounce. I think we just drew out really nicely. Windcrafter is such a great card. Would love to have a shield mate on this if that was the case, and without some life gain, and I don't see him running it here. We don't have any artifacts for him to burn with the green artifact destruction card. What is it, Abundant Life or something? Natural End? I don't know. But let's see if he's got an answer. I don't think so. I think he just takes just a bunch in the air. Okay, so that's the end of game 2 in this round 3. Brought to you by Coach JBK and the MTGNoob. Yeah, I like him peeled less now. Would love to just cast that on his champ and kill it. But he probably feels that. So we're going to leave it in. Yeah, I think bounce really works against us here. So what can we put in? It's got a bunch of little guys. A lot of fleeting distractions. Yeah, I'm going to go with the fleeting distractions because he has stuff he can cast on flash, and we don't. So I'm going to pause it here just for a moment while he decides what he's going to do. Alright guys, back into it. We are looking at 4 lands, and a 4-drop, and a wipe the board, and a removal spell. Not going to mulligan this. Hopefully he tries the same strategy, plays out the champ early, drops all his little dudes, and we can wipe it. He may even be holding, which works out well for us. Finally, geez, I'm telling you, for a druid's familiar, the thing is not shown up frequently enough. So if it's a familiar, I think you ought to draw it more often. Because it's familiar, you know, I mean, it's in the title. Okay, let's see. We got champion here. We've got Avenger here. Okay. Go ahead and throw down the Wandering Wolf and just deal with this 3 from Avenger. So when we Devastation Tide, oh wow, he didn't play it, so he must not have it. That's interesting. Alright, so he's gonna Mistraven here. I feel sure he's got, I mean, without the champion, without the Avenger, and without the Mistraven, not sure what his hand has. It's clearly got mana. Oh, okay. He's gonna amass and have one of them now, I'm certain. He is gonna take 4 from the Wolf. So strangely, we're ahead tempo-wise in this game for a split, just a split moment. Okay, there's our own amass. Now, we could play in the Griffin and then play in the Familiar. I feel like that would be a good thing to do. We get in for 2 this turn. We have another dude on the board that is unbonded and flying. Swing for 5 the next turn. That's what we do. And the wolf is great and all. I'd love to swing for 2 extra here, but I think we have to kind of play a little bit of late game. And this is a good target for him to attempt to Mistraven. See what we end up with here. Wonder if he went the champion route. or what we're looking at. Oh, just killed him. Ouchie. And his Windcrafter. Okay. Better that than something else, I guess. Alright, looking grand here for the familiar. Going to go ahead and get in for 4. Put a little pressure on him. Would have much preferred to have played that on the Griffin, but you know, if I do, and he eaten by spiders it, I don't know what to say. Probably gonna get bounced by a Raven here. Would be astounded if we're not. He's gonna put something in the air anyway. Oh, splash into white, baby. Maybe he's got a vanishing stroke. What are you gonna do? Or maybe he has a righteous blow, which does nothing at this point. Let's see, he's thinking about it. We can get a lot of damage online and go ahead and amass and then Devastation Tide. I'm okay with that. He's thinking hard. Raven. I'm really okay with that. Oh, okay. Get to bind him up here. He's going to swing for 1. Flying. Wow. The Latch Seeker can play them both out. That's really great. Gonna go ahead and bind. And if he trades out, he just trades out. I don't know. Yeah. Oh, maybe he's got a righteous blow here. If he does, he just does, and take out one of his flyers. He does, so no. That's weird. Okay, he must have another way to take care of that combo because I don't know, that was just weird. So the Latch Seeker gets in for 5 at least, even if we have the Devastation Tide. Unless he can just kill. He didn't want to go to 10 and then have the Latch Seeker beating on him. Decking 5 with a Vanguard. Okay. Drawing a card is giving flying. This has worked out well for us. I don't know where his super good cards are. He's got enough mana to do a lot of destruction next turn, so. But we've got a lot of guys to swing in hard next turn. He's gonna probably just lay back and block. Dang, I wish we could have ripped a swamp for our Deathwind. Actually, I'm gonna go ahead and try that. See if we can find one of our 2 swamps. No. So, which do we not need? I don't feel like we need this in the least. Question being, do we yeah, I think we just swing for 5 here. We could trade off with everything he's got with the familiar, but that does end up hurting. But we do have the Force Mage, so yeah, we've got some good combos. I don't mind wiping his entire board with the familiar. I'm swinging for 7. And then cast a Wingcrafter. We are not going to bind that. Okay. So still looking okay. Got really nice board presence. We're still swinging in for 3 unblockable. So if he brings down the house here, we could always bind up, swing for 4. Yeah, we're looking good. This guy, if somebody doesn't main deck a Righteous Blow or even have it in a sealed, you get what you get. He just becomes an issue. See if he can think his way out of this. He may have bounce. That would be good. Okay. Fettergeist. Peddler. Bind him up. Alright. 1, 2, 3. And that leaves us without another play. I think we just bind up here. It's not a very good use of our mana. But it does put him on a 1-turn clock. Can swing in. And then we just get him with pretty much anybody else. One here. He's got to block here. And he does make that block, so let's go on and do this. Oh, I didn't really mean to soul bond that way. So yeah, that kind of stinks. Alright. He's only going to block one of these two, which means we can get in for 5 this turn. And I think we go ahead and do that. And bring him to 5. Unless he's got a Righteous Blow, in which case it won't. Of course he's going to kill whoever he touches. But he's going to die next turn to our Latch Seeker unless he draws an answer. So, okay. Cool with that. Maybe he's got a Righteous Blow for the wolf. Yeah. Waiting it out. Actually, maybe he's got a Righteous Blow here. That's where he's going to cast it. Which is fine. It does hinder him. He's got to have... I mean, he's got 4 cards in hand. That's pretty intimidating. We do have some things we can play out. Can't just wipe something here. It's going to be a bit before he's able to attack. And he says nothing. Okay, so he just scooped. That was a really nice. We did have the familiar, which was at that point familiar, and it wins games. So we did take 2 of the 3 rounds. Lost to a very good deck in the middle, but I hope you enjoyed this sealed 4-pack draft. Got 3 packs out of it. Hope you subscribe to the channel. Always enjoy your comments as well. We'll respond to them if you post them. So thanks, and hope you have a great day or evening. Catch us again as the MTG Noob or myself or Gumbo Mike present these drafts to you. Thanks again. This is Coach JBK signing out.